Explain to me how title insurance is needed here. You can file a claim in their name with you as the payable. So why pay for title insurance in that situation? Everything I'm going to do is going to be I want you to make an informed decision. I'll speak based on my
Yeah.
experience. My team will speak based on experience that we've had and have had through others, but we want to help you make informed decisions. So to me, like in a contract for deed situation, title doesn't transfer, therefore the existing title insurance is still valid, and if you get power of attorney for the seller, guess what? You can file a claim in their name with you as the payable. So why pay for title insurance in that situation? But land contract or contract for deed, the title doesn't transfer. So there's no voiding or loss of existing coverage because it hasn't transferred yet. Many title companies, however, will insist on selling title insurance because guess where they have a huge markup. So some will refuse to close a contract for deed or land contract if it does not also include title insurance. And I'm like, explain to me how title insurance is needed here. Well, you might want it because you're buying the property and you want to make sure that there's no stuff since the seller took over. And I'm like, well, we just did a title search. I don't see anything. The person didn't, there's no contention, right? There's this, it's a married couple. They're both signed, right? If it's a low risk transaction and they already have active title insurance, what's the problem? That one piece of advice can save you $1,000 times however many deals you do that way. And that's why
Wow.
people
That's
work with
only
us. The seller has title and retains title until you finish paying it off. You have equitable ownership. You can do based
right.
on the contract, you can do whatever you want with the property. If you got a crappy contract, you may be pretty well more like a tenant. So they retain legal title, you gain equitable title. Use and operation of the property is yours to be had. The legal title stays with them unless and until you pay it off. And you
Oh,
get power of attorney because
yeah.
they can. I mean, I just pushed a video out about this where like they can still jack with you. Power of attorney is always a voluntary document and can always be revoked unless you get like appointed by a court as the guardian. If the court appoints somebody as responsible or accountable for somebody else's actions, then the subject person can't cancel that court order, right? The court has to rescind the order. But
Wow.
if I give you a power of attorney on my behalf, that was a voluntary arrangement from me to you, and I can revoke that power at any time. So,
So,
I mean, and that's where my custom paperwork comes into play. If a seller decides to jack with you or revoke the power of attorney without good cause, and if they're no longer involved in the property and receiving no harm, there's no good cause, then there are immediately punitive damages due and payable.
wow.
So, shall we go to court? Or are you going to sign a new power of attorney? Like good paperwork
Right.
is what you can take almost to the bank. Although paperwork's just like a lock on a door, a contract. It keeps honest people honest and gives you good grounds to take an issue to court, but it still may cost you thousands of dollars to get something through court.